Business Focus with Kudzie, Sharara on the Champions League Breakfast.
Good morning and welcome to Business Focus right here on Capi Talk, where we get to discuss a lot of what's happening in the world of business, proudly brought to us by POSB right here on Capi Talk. As always, we have Kudzie Sharara to help us understand more of what is happening in the world of business. But remember, we've got the POSB solar and Starlink loans that for you. Imagine an education system in Zimbabwe where every learner and teacher remain connected, powered by fast internet, uninterrupted lessons, and a clean solar energy. No blackouts, no drop connections, just a seamless learning regardless of location or social class. Now with POSB Solar and Starlink loan facility, this dream is a reality. In partnership with Transeva, Global Solar, and Tel1, POSB is empowering schools, teachers, lecturers, and education staff across the nation. Your school can access a solar and Starlink loan of up to $10,000 with no collateral required. We offer quick loan approvals within 48 hours, and installation is completed in just 7 days with the full warranties included, ensuring your school is both powered and connected. So don't miss this chance to connect and power up your school and transform your learners' educational experience. Visit your nearest POSB, Transeva, Global Solar, or Tel1 service centers, or call POSB Virtual Service Center on toll-free number 223 or WhatsApp 0732 200 889 0732 200 889. Today, POSB, simply possible. So get your solar today as a school and you are well and good to go. So Business Focus today. Kudzie, good morning to you. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Tinashe. And Tinashe, over the weekend, you sent me a picture. It was a picture of, that's Bon Mashi actually.
Yes.
A statement that I think they put a notice on in Marondera. So that was Bon Mashi Marondera saying that it has been proud to serve you over the years as we prepare to close our doors on the 31st of August 2025. We say a heartfelt thank you for your support. So today, Tinashe, we have a special guest over on the line, a man with over 35 years of experience in the retail sector. He has come out of retirement to steady the ship and guide one of the country's most iconic brands through a new chapter. So please welcome Mr. Willard Zureva, the Chief Executive Officer of OK Zimbabwe. Good morning, Mr. Zureva, and welcome to Business Focus.
Good morning, Kudzanai, and good morning to listeners of Harare's Heartbeat. It's great to be here and to reconnect with Zimbabwe through this platform.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zureva. And I think we should start by saying welcome back. You have come out of retirement to lead OK Zimbabwe again at a time when the company faced well-documented challenges. Tell us, why did you agree to return and what kind of situation did you find on the ground?
Kudzanai, retail is in my blood, and OK Zimbabwe is part of my life story. When I took early retirement, I believed I had done my part, but when the call came, I felt a duty to come back and try and steady the ship. What I found was a company weighed down by debt, strained supplier relations, empty or almost empty shelves in most branches, and naturally lost consumer support. It was painful to see because OK Zimbabwe has always been a trusted household name. But I don't see defeat. I saw an opportunity for renewal. I must emphasize that the turnaround is a process, not a one-day event, but I'm encouraged by the positive way all stakeholders, authorities, shareholders, suppliers and staff, and customers are working with OK Zimbabwe on this journey.
Yeah, so it seems like you've got everybody working with you there, Mr. Zureva, authorities, shareholders, and suppliers and staff. Let's talk about solutions then. What immediate steps have you taken to stabilize the business?
Kudzanai, the priority was restoring financial stability. We have raised fresh capital of 20 million United States dollars through a rights issue, which is shareholders putting more money into their company. And we're expecting to raise another 10.5 million from sales of some of the company's removable assets. And this is enabling us to partially settle supplier and other creditor debt and strengthen our working capital. We reopened dialogue with suppliers, rebuilding trust, and negotiated terms to ensure products start flowing back onto the shelves. At the same time, we are assessing store performances and realigning them to the market segment they serve. Again, this is part of the process. We won't fix everything overnight, but we are happy with the progress we are making step by step.
We are currently speaking to Mr. Willard Zireva, who is the Chief Executive Officer of OK Zimbabwe here on Business Focus. Mr. Zireva, many Zimbabweans have an emotional connection with OK Zimbabwe. It's where families shop, and it's an integral part of our culture. How do you plan to reconnect with customers at that deeper and cultural level?
Kuzanai, you are absolutely right. OK Zimbabwe isn't just a retailer. It is an integral part of our nation's social fabric. We want to celebrate that bond through our theme, OK, moving forward, stronger with you. This is more than a slogan. It is our commitment to walk this journey together with our customers. We are reintroducing community-driven promotions, telling the stories of our staff and long-time shoppers, and investing in customer engagement through both in-store activities and digital platforms. The key message is and renewed support as we move forward together.
Thank you. So, Mr. Zireva, OK Zimbabwe is listed on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange. So let's talk about investors now and shareholders. And shareholders, what sort of short to medium term roadmap do you have for them, and how can stakeholders trust that OK Zimbabwe won't just bounce back but also stay resilient?
The roadmap for us is clear. One, stabilized financing. Complete debt repayment to our creditors, safeguard working capital, and secure steady stock onto the shelves. Two, operational excellence. Streamline costs, refurbish key stores, and retrain staff to offer customer world-class service. Third, transparency and governance. The board will be reconstituted. We are introducing tighter controls and are committed to regular open updates to investors and the market. But let me stress again, this is a process. We are building systematically, and while there will be challenges along the way, the direction is positive and encouraging. Every day, we see signs that OK Zimbabwe is regaining strength.
Mr. Zireva, we've got a couple of questions coming in from our listeners on our WhatsApp platform here in the studio. We have Muzina Mushonga. We're saying that, Mr. Zireva, why are pharmacies in OK and Bon Marché closing down? Is the pharmacy business now written off?
Kudanai, not really. When we came in, we made an assessment, as I mentioned before, of the operations in the company. And the way the pharmacies were operating, they were certainly not serving the purpose for which they were supposed to be set up. We are relooking at that, and there will be changes coming through, and you will probably see new pharmacies being reestablished in the same outlet. So We are not just getting out and closing pharmacies.
Okay, thank you so much. We've got another question as well coming in from Love More in Kwadzanawana. We're saying that can we expect next year that a famous OK Grain Challenge, which was a DNA within us as consumers for some years now?
The Grain Challenge is synonymous to OK. And the Grain Challenge encompasses the whole community. We believe that the way we are going, we will have the Grain Challenge back in 2026.
That's interesting there, Mr. Zreva. So you have got so much experience in retail, and with that legacy, what message do you want to leave today with suppliers, customers, and indeed the nation of Zimbabwe over the company's future?
My message is simple. We are back and we are here to stay. So our customers, we hear you and we are working every day to make sure your shopping experience is better, more reliable and more rewarding. To our suppliers, thank you for your patience. Together we will grow again. To our staff, your dedication fuels this turnaround. This journey is a process, but one we are happy to be working positively, side by side with all stakeholders. This is a new chapter. OK Zimbabwe is moving forward, stronger with you. And as we move forward, we remain proudly Zimbabwean, proudly OK.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zreva. We are speaking to Mr. Willard Zreva, who is the CEO of OK Zimbabwe. We are just finding out more about what we should expect from OK Zimbabwe. Elder Samanyanga in Banget is asking, Mr. Zreva, can you explain to us why have you closed the food lovers market, which was flourishing all along?
It was a painful decision, but it was one of those where we had no choice. When we came in, the franchise holder pointed out to us that we were actually, as a company, in breach of the conditions of the agreement. And when you are in breach of a condition of an agreement, you actually can't do much about it. This had happened before our time, and in the process, we had to take the painful decision to close the food lovers market. However, our customers should not lose faith, because we are going to improve the offering in our existing outlets, which will give them almost the same as what they were getting from food lovers. So watch this space.
Thank you, Mr. Willard Zreva. That was the Chief Executive Officer of OK Zimbabwe, leading Zimbabwe's brand back to its rightful place, hopefully at the heart of our economy and our communities. Thank you, sir, for joining us on Champions League Breakfast. We wish you and the OK team all the best in this journey.
Thank you, Kudzie. Thank you, Zimbabwe.
Thank you. So, that was the Chief Executive Officer of OK Zimbabwe, Mr. Willard Zreva. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on board on Business Focus. You know, Tinashe, I think if there's one business that we have talked a lot about on Business Focus, that was OK Zimbabwe, as they went through the challenges, the struggles, the empty shelves, and now they brought in the previous executive led by Mr. Willard Zreva and the CFO, Alex Sharara, who are there to steady the ship. And like he said, they are also going to have some board changes at board level, because everything that happened, the board was there. So it's good to hear that they are also going to look at board and not only the management that was let go. So new changes there. And as he said, they've managed to raise capital, about 20 million in already, and they are still going to sell some of their outlets to raise another $10.5 million. So interestingly,
just looking on WhatsApp, it looks like a lot of people were looking forward to that question to do with OK Green Challenge.
OK Green Challenge.
It was one of those many questions that did pop up on our WhatsApp platform. But yes, Mr. Zreva said they are looking into it so that 2026 the OK Green Challenge will be back.
There's that guy I know in Amotaka Kawanda last year.
It is the only year that I did not get anything from OK Zimbabwe. This is a Business Focus, proudly brought to us by POSB. But remember, with POSB, imagining an education system in Zimbabwe where every learner and teacher remain connected, powered by fast internet, uninterrupted lessons, and clean solar energy. No blackouts, no dropped connections, just seamless learning regardless of location or social class. Now with POSB, there is the POSB Solar and Starlink Loan Facility. This dream is a reality in partnership with Transserve, Global Solar and Tel1. POSB is empowering schools, teachers, lecturers, and education staff across the nation. Your school can access a solar and Starlink loan of up to $10,000 with no collateral required. We offer quick loan approvals within 48 hours, and installation is completed in just 7 days, with full warranties included, ensuring your school is both powered and connected. So don't miss this chance to connect and power up your school and transform your learners' educational experience. Visit your nearest POSB, Transserve, Global Solar, or Tel1 service centers, or call POSB Virtual Service Center on toll-free number 223 or WhatsApp 0732 200 889. Today, POSB, simply possible. We are still on Business Focus right here on Capital. So, Kudzie, can we look at the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, how we traded last week on Friday?
I want to talk about the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange.
Yes, the VFX.
Yes, the VFX. The VFX has really done well this year, Tinashe. So far in the year, it has gained by a remarkable 24% year to date. This is US dollars, Tinashe. Imagine your $100 that you would have put into the market. On average, it has returned you $24 on top. That's a massive return I think anyone looking from another market will be looking at the VFX and saying, wow, for these investors that are listed there. The All Share Index on Thursday, it was one of its biggest, best sessions on Thursday. That's the All Share Index gaining by 4.96%. And this was led by Padenga, which gained by a staggering 19.7%. This is Padenga is a diversified company with interest in crocodile farming, where they do crocodile skins for the top end of the market in the world. We are not talking about crocodile skins. We are talking about those handbags from Gucci, from everywhere. Louis Vuitton, label designers, top. That's where Padenga sells its crocodile skins. And unfortunately, for that business, for them, is that they can't grow it as much. They have to be exclusive bags. My bags are not limited editions. And I think that is one of the reasons why they haven't grown. The number of skins that they sell has been around between 30 and 40,000 skins. It hasn't changed that much over the years. So there hasn't been
30 and 40,000 per year.
Per year, yes.
Okay.
And it hasn't grown for over the years. But so they've decided, because of no growth, some years back, they decided to go to the US. So this is a Zimbabwean company going to establish base in the US, Texas. There, they were not doing crocodiles skins, they were doing alligator skins. But that business faced challenges, and they didn't make much money out of that business. So they then diversified and ventured into gold production. And your mines that other people said they are no longer viable, but because these guys then came in. It's Padenga is the major shareholders are almost they share major shareholders with the likes of Insco. So Mike Fowler, who is one of the major shareholders of Insco. He is running the Padenga now. He's as the CEO, and the crocodile, the gold business has just been flourishing, and they've been doing well. And I think this is one of the reasons why Padenga is one of the top performers on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. And on Thursday, it gained by 19.7%. So that's Padenga there. And then significant contributions were also seen from First Capital Bank, which is in the financial services. We also saw retail giant, that's Edgar's, and the quick services restaurant conglomerate, which is Simbisa Brands, also weighing in with really good gains there. So yeah, that's last year VFX was up by 15%, and already this year it's up by 24%. So I think investors are getting rewarded nicely there on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange.
Just a question coming into my mind, Kudzie. Year to date, comparing VFX and the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, which one is actually performed better?
It's the VFX, hands down. As much as we love our Victoria Falls, our Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, in terms of gains, it pales in the shadow of the VFX. Remember, the ZSC. One, it is trading in the local currency, but it has been affected by the limited supply of money in terms of ZIG and other fundamentals, and it is actually in the negative territory year to date. Yes. So,
someone is asking as well, is a company allowed to be listed on the VFX and the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange in one company?
I think if I'm not mistaken, they now allow that. I'm not sure. I have to double check. Because I know it's because I know. Okay, so for now, I don't think there's any company that is like that. But they actually allowed it to happen. So far, there isn't. They allowed it to happen. Tanganda, remember Tanganda?
Yes.
They want to raise 8 million, and they had said that they will raise that 8 million by listing some shares on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange, whilst they remain listed on the ZSC. So I think it's allowed, but at the moment there is no company that is listed on both fronts. One of the fears was that without a stable local currency, like what was happening in the past years, people would then start to calculate their own exchange rate. Like you remember the old mutual implied rate, which resulted in old mutual being suspended from the ZSC. It was going to happen if any counter was going to list on both, because people start to calculate their own exchange rate. It was going to be problematic.
But coming to think of it, old mutual, it just okay.
I don't think it will come back because they want to come back.
They want to come back.
Yes, they were offered to go and list on the VFX. They said no, we want to be on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange. So talks are still ongoing, and it's prolonged, and it's I think it should be expedited so that they come back on the ZSC.
All right, Kudzie, thank you so much for Business Focus for today. Let's discuss more in detail tomorrow.
Thank you, Tinashe.
At POSB, we believe in empowering every individual to reach their full potential. From children to youths, informal workers to professionals, startups to large enterprises, and farmers to retirees, POSB has financial solutions for everyone. Welcome to the Business Focus, proudly brought to you by the People's Own Savings Bank, POSB.